Hello traders and Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. And it's game on for the 22nd of June. And what a surprise, it's coming out of Greece. Hasn't been official yet, but the optimism is amazing. You're seeing the Greek index up over 8%. You're seeing Europe over 3%. Here in the States, we're up over 1% already. Here are a couple of stocks we looked at. One is Under Armour. We've talked about this. We got in very early on the 5th of June, some 17 days ago, and it's paying off very well for us. But that continues to do very well, plus 100 on the score. But what I want to show you, gamers, is this. If we go back to our scoreboard here, you can see Under Armour, plus 100, eBay, all green triangles. The Dow, very close to turning around. We gave you the point where it would turn around, and we'll show you that again today. But you've got the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, both positive 100. Plus you've got crude oil, plus 100. But look at gold, minus 100, all down on that. And the euro are very close to making a major change. We'll be looking at all these in just a moment. So let's start with eBay, because we looked at Under Armour. We know we like that one. So here's eBay. You can see that that's doing very well, plus 100 over the 50 line, moving up. Really like this stock. It's been a little choppy, but that tends to be the way that this particular stock handles, but it is trending up. You can see that the trend is basically up here. We've had this sort of sideways action, and we're looking for another move up. And again, this is a pretty good base it's coming from right here. And I think we've got this level from here, 55, to let's say the high 61. So that's $6. I could say 67 would be a good target zone for this particular stock. Looking at the Dow, which is the only one that hasn't followed the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, we can see the number today to look at and look for in this index is 1,869. If we see the market go over that level, then we're going to see this really take off on the upside, in my opinion. That's going to be all three. You're over the 50 line. That looks very good. Positive, positive, positive. And particularly if it's a resolution for Greece that is positive, it will help these markets. As you can see, the S&P 500 is plus 100 over the 50 line, looking very good. This is the last level of resistance, and that comes in right around the 2,134 level. So that's the key to watch in this particular market. It's going to be right here, but generally speaking, I think we're going to take that out and exceed it. So this is the little resistance level right there for this market. So let's move on. As you can see, the Nasdaq has made new highs for this move and is poised to go higher. In our opinion, you have a plus 100. You're well above the 50 line. We said this last week. You can see that we've had the buy signal here on Thursday at 5,114. It's a little bit higher than that, but nonetheless, it's certainly on its way to continuing higher, in our opinion. Again, the Greek tragedy or resolution, whatever you want to call it, is going to be resolved, in my opinion, this week, once and for all. No more kicking the can down the road. Crude oil is sort of moving sideways. It is plus 70, which means the major trend is still up. We've just dipped below the 50 line, which is a little bit of a concern for us, and we're very close to the parabolic reading here. 58.67 is a key level in this, so another 50 points lower, and I think I'd be a little bit concerned. We may see some more weakness, but generally speaking, the major trend is up, the intermediate trend is up, and the daily trend is up, so I would look for some sort of resolve on that. What was good for the equity markets here has been not good for gold at all. You can see we're down today. Actually, we're down just over 1% in gold, trading at 1,186. This is the spot market. We just tipping below the 50 line, and you can see that our trade triangles are minus 65, indicating that is still a trading range. It's not out of this trading range yet, and it's very frustrating when you have a very broad trading range. For example, this is the trading range really here. Actually, we tightened it up probably to there, but that's the trading range we've been in, and it hasn't gotten out. The key thing now is going to be these highs right here. If we can get over those highs, I think that would be a plus for sure. And you're looking at 1,205 on the upside. If we can get over there, that's going to look a little bit more positive, but at the moment, it's not going to do that. The euro dollar, this is an interesting phenomenon. This is what I've been looking at, this chart all morning. I'm saying to myself, okay, this is what I see in this chart. The first thing I'm looking at is a big box. Okay, the box is right here, going from here to here, and you could actually see this maybe a bit lower too, down to about there. But nonetheless, it's a big box. The other thing I looked at is it looks as though it almost looks like a huge head and shoulders, like a double-headed shoulders. So there's the base here. There's the two heads. Actually, there's a pivot point here and double bottom. And this is the other shoulder. So this is the left shoulder here. This is the right shoulder right here. And this is the, let's say the two heads. We'll just call it the two-headed monster maybe. So the key thing is, if we go over the 114, I think the level we're looking at 114 is a big close over that level, would be very positive. But then if we can close over or move over the 114.60 level, I believe it is, then we'll see this market really take off. Once this takes out this high here, then you're going to see this market, in my opinion, go much, much higher, possibly up to the 120, even the 122 area. So don't rule that out. I know it sounds crazy right now, but remember, the euro used to be a lot higher than it is right now, and getting the resolve to the Greek tragedy could be a big, big plus for this market. So we're just knocking on the door here. Watch it very, very carefully this week. Could make a big game changer for the dollar. Anyway, Adam Hewison for Market Club. Thanks for watching today. Every success, we'll be back, and it should be an exciting week in the market, so stay tuned.